What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Boys here, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we got La Liga. Finally is back. International break is over. And we can finally see our team Barcelona play again. Thank God we see them play again. And yeah, I'm very excited for this game. Even though Espanyol, I think it's safe to say that they're not at the level at Barcelona. They're always a very hard pill to swallow. It's a massive pill, you know? It's those pills that you take when you just have that really bad migraine. Those like really circular desk ones that are huge. Yeah, let's get into it. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. Links are also going to be in the description down below. They're a very good place to get cheap, reliable, quality footballing kits, so go there and get yours. So, the very first thing that we always have to ask ourselves is what players do we have available? In the case with this game against Espanyol, the main free trident, Ousmane Dembele, Lionel Messi and Suarez have all suffered injuries in the past few days, in the past few weeks. So there are many doubts surrounding whether they're going to feature or not. The case with Ousmane Dembele is easy. Dembele is expected to return in April. We know that, but I think he will miss this weekend, still recovering from his muscle problem. I believe that he could play a role against Villarreal, but certainly against Atletico Madrid, I'm expecting him to just be 100%. For Villarreal, still, we gotta wait a little bit more. Atletico Madrid, he's going to be there. The case with Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi are that they're both fit. They're both in action, you know. They've been trying to get back into training. Lionel Messi did not feature Wednesday or Thursday, and Luis Suarez did not feature Wednesday, but did feature Thursday. Let's add to that Luis Suarez did not go with Uruguay to the China Cup. Uruguay, very good performances still, well, against lesser team. They got a 2-0 win against Uzbekistan, and then a 4-0 win against Thailand. Really, Uruguay were not going to be matched. They didn't need Luis Suarez. And with Argentina, they certainly wanted to get themselves back on track. I made a video discussing about Messi, the media in Argentina, and really why is this crisis happening. And if you want to hear that, I put it on the latest episode of the Hora Blaugrana podcast. Go enjoy it, listen to it while you do something, I don't know, shower. Take a shower and listen to my beautiful voice while you do that. So heading back on track, Lionel Messi did not feature in that game against Morocco, so you could say he's a little bit more fresh. Still, I believe this is a perfect time to just think about how are we going to reduce the intensity, the load, the charge on Lionel Messi, because we got very important matches. We got the match against Atletico Madrid on the 6th of April, mark that in your calendars. Then we got the game against Man United in the Champions League, so we need Messi to be at 100% for those games. So with this, I put on the pressure to Ernesto Valverde and I asked him, Valverde, what for you are accessible games? Really, tell me. Because some of you could say that the game at the Camp Nou, which is at home, is a little more accessible, and I tend to agree with that. But Valverde might also think that perhaps away from home are more accessible. Why? How does it work? I don't understand. But we have to see what Valverde thinks of this, because the games in the next week are hard. Like Espanyol, Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, and Villarreal at the Estadio La Cerámica. That's a hard game. How are we going to deal with this? Really, I want to see if Messi plays the entire 270 minutes, if Lionel Messi is just going to play, 100 minutes between all of those games, well, between Villarreal and Espanyol, certainly. I want to see how we manage this, because for this game against Espanyol, I'm not really that worried, but I want to see what he's going to do, because if he plays Espanyol, he plays Villarreal, and then plays Atletico Madrid, and then is expected to play Manchester United, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Lionel Messi, if he's feeling good, let the guy do his groove. He's the best in the world. He knows what's better for him. For Espanyol, they got more players missing. They got Pablo Piatti, which is not going to be able to play. They got David Lopez, the center back / CDM, also not playing. Facundo Ferreira is also not going to be playing. And Sergi Darder in the middle of the park, a very important player, is going to be missing out due to suspension. So with all of that being said, before getting too much into the big discussion about this game, let's give you my potential lineups. Let's go, how do I think these teams will line up? For Barcelona, I'm going to go with a strong 11. I'm really going to go with a strong 11. I'm going to go with Marc-André Ter Stegen in the goalkeeper position, just like always. For the right, I'm going to go with Nelson Semedo, guys. Nelson Semedo is going to be, for me, the guy playing this game. I'm going to go with Samuel Umtiti and Gerard Piqué. I'm going to explain Samuel Umtiti in a little while, but for now, Jordi Alba is going to slot in the left back position. In the middle of the park, I'm going to go with Arthur. I'm going to go with Sergio Busquets, and I'm going to go with Ivan Rakitic. And then up top, I'm going to go with Philippe Coutinho, Luis Suarez, and Lionel Messi. With Espanyol, I'm going to go with Diego Lopez in the goalkeeper position. Through the right, I'm going to go with the Venezuelan Roberto Rosales. What a wonderful 2 games he had against Catalonia and Argentina. I'm going to go with Mario Hermoso in the center back position next to Naldo. Through the left, Didac Villa. In the middle of the park, I'm going to go with Marroca, Oscar Melendo, and Esteban Granero. And then further forward, main number 9, Borja Iglesias, Hernan Perez for the right. And then for the left, I'm going to go with the guy, the one and only. He's getting a lot of fangirls here in La Liga, Wu Lei. Before heading into the tactical analysis, I'm gonna answer the question, why am I gonna go with Samuel Umtiti over Lenglet? For me, the main thing here is that Umtiti, we know that Barcelona may open the door to sell him this summer. We know it's there. But honestly, Umtiti is just wonderful. And even though Lenglet is in the form of his life, Umtiti, I believe, whenever he reaches that peak, is just way better, like way better. I believe there's a level above between Lenglet and Umtiti right now when they're both at their peak. But the thing here is now that Barcelona cannot afford to get mistakes, and we need to have the best players possible for the important games. Lenglet right now is the main starter, but Umtiti is also very crucial. We need to give Umtiti games where in reality he can get back into his form and get very good opportunities to do so. Against Espanyol, for me, it will be a very good opportunity as well. Umtiti being a strong guy, being the guy that he is, he could put a very good on performance. With rotating center backs, there's always this very big problem of consistency. Yet, I believe that if Barcelona manage it correctly, we can have both of them at a very good level. Umtiti will play this game, in my eyes, against Espanyol. Then against Villarreal, against Atletico Madrid, and against Manchester... Oh, I cannot speak today. Manchester United. Lenglet can play back-to-back games, getting that continuity that he needs to always keep that consistent level. So for me, that will be the way to do so. But it's up as well, similar to Messi, whether he's playing or not. It's up to Valverde. It's up to Valverde what he decides. But I wanna hear you out. Who would you play in this game, Lenglet or Samuel Umtiti? And now, finally talking into tactics, what is going to be the key? The key is going to be for Barcelona to keep a cool head. I know there's a lot of hatred between us and Espanyol. Personally, I don't hate them that much, but I know the club. I know some of you as well. I know Kule Luke, he hates Espanyol. I know he does. And in the very same way, people like Gerard Piqué also hates Espanyol. Earlier in the morning when I was chefing something up, I heard this interview between Piqué and La Resistencia, which is this talk show in Spain. I could probably do a translation from it because there's a lot of funny things going on there. He making jokes of Arbeloa. He's saying how many times would he FFF with Shakira. Many different things going on. With Piqué, he just didn't even care. So I'll probably do a video on that. That was really funny. But well, he there said that with Espanyol, he really hates it and he let it show. He was saying, you know, all the chants that Espanyol gives me, all the songs that they sing to me, wonderful. I love them. Piqué maricón, Piqué this, Piqué that. Boom, Piqué is on the top of the world. But with this, we have to be very careful in this game because we don't never know what's going to happen. It can go to one side or the other. Someone can get a red card and it will be the end of the story. This game in the last 6 editions have produced over 30 yellow cards. That's madness. That's an absolute derby, a chaos. You know, that derby, Kentucky Derby, where you got the cars that are crashing into each other just basically to kill as much as you can from that car. That's what's going to happen. That's Espanyol Derby for you. That's a Catalan Derby. And it's not just all for shows. That's honestly the way that Espanyol can approach this game because in that, they can beat us. We're falling into their trap if we do so, and Barcelona should avoid it at all costs. Barcelona, look at the players we could put on the field that day. Arthur, Coutinho, we could put also Jordi Alba. They are not prepared for war. They're guys that play much more with their feet. Players that, if used correctly, we can create a very negative atmosphere on them and make them lose their patience. That's what should happen in Barcelona. And I'm sorry that I'm not talking too much about the actual football, because in all honesty, what can I say? Play it out of the back, pass it to Busquets, distribute it, get Messi on the ball, give it to Suarez, give it to Coutinho, what he can make up. It's basic, simple stuff. But with mentality, for me, is much more important. It's very, very important in this game. That's how we may lose it. but that's also how we may win it. So overall, what's my prediction for this game? For me, it's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a close game. A 1-0 victory for Barcelona, a 2-1 win for Barcelona. I'll be surprised if we can get more than 2 goals. I really would. Espanyol, they haven't lost in their last 7 games in La Liga, but still they haven't won away from home. So it's gonna be difficult. Let's hope that we continue this, because before the international break, Barcelona got 12 goals in 3 competitive games, beating Real Betis, Lyon, and Rayo Vallecano in the process. So we gotta really continue with this. Barcelona have not suffered defeat in La Liga since mid-November against Betis, more importantly. So we're well on course in this campaign, and we gotta continue like this. The title is in the final last yards, I can see it, guys. I can almost reach the cup, the trophy of La Liga. We must get it, and we must not back down just yet. So with that being said, guys, leave me your predictions in the comment box down below. And I also want to redirect you to the last episode of the podcast where we discussed the new Champions League, a new Super Champions League that the UEFA and ECA want to create for 2024. Yes, we talked about that, and we also talked, like I mentioned previously, the relationship between the media and Messi in Argentina. With that being said, drop us a like if you enjoy, leave us a subscribe, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. So now I'm just gonna edit this video and get back to playing Dark Souls.